it's...
Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Okay, I want to check the, the... Oh, does the door open and close?
This one is this one.
Yep, you're good. All right. Well, this is what Ashley gets. Got a lot of water in there. Okay. Still dries! Welcome back to another episode of the Bad Ideas Garage. My name is Steven, and this is my wife's 2013 Mazda CX-5 that's had a... Well, it's had a couple things happen to it. I'm going to be rebuilding this because this is now my daily driver. So as a wonderful husband, she gets my car with all the self-driving technology, and I get this car. It needs a couple things before it can go back on the road, particularly, maybe a mirror and headlights. So I'm going to show you the condition of the CX-5. It had a little bit of an unintended off-roading experience. And then we're going to be rebuilding this as parts come in over the next week. And then this is going to be my daily driver. So it should be lots of fun. So she slid it into a ditch, and you can see that that door is pretty screwed up. That door is really screwed up. Of course, the mirror is gone, and then this fender is kind of messed up. She also cracked the headlights pretty good. So if you ever want to see what a Mazda headlight looks like, cool thing. Look, it's a projector lens. There we go. That's pretty cool. And so I've already got these in. This was alarmingly easy to fix. So I got the headlights in, and then the next step is that I have a door that's coming tomorrow for the rear. So you can see how wavy it is right here. And then I have a door on Thursday that's coming right there. And then I already have the mirror somewhere in this garage. And we'll basically be good to go. So right now, needs a headlight. So that's what those are. That's actually an alarmingly large box for headlights, but I guess, packaging and stuff. And then it needs a mirror. I actually went ahead and I eBayed an entire door because it's, it's a little wavy. This thing actually opens up and closes just fine. And some people are like, well, why don't you just pull this out? But this is all, exposed now, and it rains here a lot in Oregon, so it whistles pretty good. And I went ahead and got this door as well. Again, you probably could have just pulled this out. This is my daily driver. It's not going to be perfect. I might put like the fender liner back in there and such, but underneath, I mean, it looks like it's in really good shape. I'm actually going to, turn on my little light here. And underneath it looks fine. Or I think so. So let's go ahead and let's replace a headlight. I read that, so this has to come out. I was thinking that there was a way to maybe pop this up. That's not going to work. So I read that down here, it has, a little bit of foliage left over. This is where you want to start to take the bumper off. And I'm not going to take the whole thing off. I'm really just going to try to, slip it off. See how this goes. Grab this. Okay, so what we're doing is there's just a couple screws here. Taking these out, and then this is just going to pop out over here. And that's going to get us access to the bottom of the bumper. Oh, that's not really holding on to anything right there, is there? Oh, that's cool. That's definitely a wire for fog lights. Right here. I'm going to turn this on. There's that in there. That is a wire for fog lights. Or I'm pretty sure that's what's down there. That is funny. Okay. That one is. By the way, I love these flexible head ratchet drives. These are awesome. All right, so we're really close to being able to just pop this out, but I'm just going to take the bumper off. I read that you don't have to. I'm going to go take the bumper off, but a lot of it's the same thing. There's a couple of Phillips screws, a couple of push pins, and I think there's a couple of 10 millimeters in here. See, just a screw right here, which is pretty cool. So then I'm guessing that is what actually holds this in. Okay, I just need to be about this. And then, so I already undid this, but actually it might be a good idea to take the whole thing out. So what I've done is that I pulled off everything from the broken headlight, and I brought it over here to the new headlight. So the cable routing was really, really easy. It was actually oddly satisfying to put it back together, take it off. There's a little clip in here that I had to take a pair of needle nose pliers, and you had to squeeze that to pull the whole thing out, and then all of these lights, I'm going to put this in now, and then in theory, I slip this in, and we should be good to go. Well, that was fun. So the ones from eBay, they have a slightly different type of connector here, which is really unfortunate. But then again, I did buy it from eBay, and so I am not going to be able to use my LED lights because it's a slightly different light here. So yeah, again, I'm going to be losing that LED because it's a slightly different design. However, that's a really, really clean bulb. And again, it's a projector. So let's do the rest of the lights. Day 2 or so of working on the Mazda. So took the front end apart and was able to get the headlights in, and they fit, even though this fender is a little wonky. So the next part that I got is I got this door that has this really nice wave in it. So my job is to now, well, if I can get in, I'm going to take this door off, and I have to take off this interior panel, and it actually should be pretty straightforward. The hardest part is actually just going to be the interior panel to get all the wiring out. But yeah, that's what I get to do now. All right, so this is actually really, really easy. There's just a couple of Phillips screws in here, and then I have this this trim tool. And I was basically able to shove it in here, and this is going to come off. I have to get it up and around this, and then there's just a couple of cables in there. This is alarmingly easy. All right, so that was actually really easy as well. So this little plastic piece right here protects the wires, and there's just the door stop there, and then a couple of bolts right here. It's a 12mm socket, and I used my handy dandy jack. The door was a lot lighter than I thought it was, but yeah, look at I guess I'm a Jeep driver now. All right, so did the same thing on this one. There's just little screw, had to pop off a little piece of plastic right there. This came right off, so there's a couple of wires holding this together. I'm going to take a video of this just to make sure that gets this right back on, and yeah, we should have these doors back in no time. Yeah, so this is pretty big. So that, yeah, it's going to go there. It's going to be fun to see if the right color. I don't know that yet. And what kind of connector they have for the wiring. A couple things. Doesn't have a mirror. I knew that, though. I think the color's a little off. Yeah, there's a little whoopsie right here. Not necessarily worried about that too much. And then this one has the push-to-touch unlocking system, so we're going to see about that. I might just have Wolf paint this, you know that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it, though. I got a really good deal on it from a company over in Pennsylvania. It's a pretty long trip. All right, I'm going on a drive. You know, if Jeep people can do this, I can do this too. I mean, honestly, it's kind of weird driving around with no door on. But it's pretty cool at the same time. You become heightened awareness of, I don't know, you're actually moving really fast. Car's also making a lot more noise from, you know, probably things that are stuck in it. So we'll see. This is fun. There's all sorts of warning lights on the dash. Primarily it says there's something wrong with the airbag system. Probably makes sense. Okay, so yeah, we got these up. Had my neighbor come, and this was a little bit more challenging to get this in, but there was a connector there that was really easy. The thing that I got to figure out is that this has a little bit of touching right there, which is, I mean, it looks like that was a known problem. I like that the color now that's on the car, it actually looks pretty good. So this one is still hanging a little bit because it's kind of superficially in there and whatnot. But yeah, just time to put everything back together with the connectors, and we should be good to go. Just in time for my beautiful wife. Come take a look at the CX-5, and this is perfect timing. It's back to normal, and if you look at the door crease right here, that's actually pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with it. Both the doors were they're actually slightly different colors. And the one thing that I need to do is this right here. It's getting caught, which that was a known problem. Got the mirror in. There it goes. Okay. And of course, put the door panel on. Okay, I'm actually really curious to see if there's any problems because that's a different door. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm getting an airbag light and still not recognizing that this is here. So I'm going to document this now. This one is for the power doors. This one goes to probably the door handle if I had anything in the door handle. And then speaker and power windows. I've been trying to figure out why in the world I've been switching all of these parts out. This is the donor door, this is the original door. Why in the world the power mirrors and the window doesn't go up and down? All the other ones do, but not this one. So I looked down here, found some aftermarket stuff, and then I just looked in here, and yeah, so that is the fuse for the power mirrors. So we're gonna start right there and see if that it's gonna fix everything. All right, moment of truth. So I put in new fuses for the power mirrors and the power door locks. Sorry, power mirrors and the power windows. So let's see if this is gonna work. Oops. Yes. Oh, it all works. All right, here's something helpful. To get these old clips out that when you pull off the door panel, these will probably get damaged. These are very, very flush with the door. So what I use is I'm going to use this pick right here. And I bought these tools off of Amazon. And that gets just enough space that I can go like this. There we go. And then I bought new clips for like $9 on Amazon. And you put them first on the door card. And then the whole door card will pop on. Build. You can see the doors are on just fine. And they actually came out great. That color is actually slightly different than the back color, but I really don't care. This is actually dented bad enough that there's some rubbing that was happening right here. This I knew came with the door, but it started rubbing right here, and that was really annoying. So I actually bought a fender. I was just gonna let it ride, but I bought a fender, and here's what it looks like. So I gotta say, I love eBay. Huge box, tiny fender, and I'm gonna have a buddy of mine paint that, and it's gonna go right there. And so here it is. Wolf did a really good job at it. My buddy Wolf was the one who painted this. He said he put 8 coats of paint on it. This was like $70 on eBay shipped to me, which is nuts. And it's replacing that, which has had a little bit of structural integrity changes. So I can see where all the clips go, and I already have the clips and where the screws go, but I should be able to just pop this right out. Honestly, I have no idea how long I lived, or how I lived. I've had a power ratchet, and this one is absolutely massive. But to get these off right there, just using this little 10 mil, and then these little clips, I honestly just pull it out with my hands. All right, so I'm just pulling these out. These are really, really easy. I just use a screwdriver. I'm sure that there's a better tool to use it, but I just go behind here like that, and then it pops right out. Boom. And there's a couple of them around the wheel well. I'm really proud of myself that I only broke a couple of these. You can buy these on Amazon though, which is pretty good. Yeah, a couple more screws and it'll come off. Okay, so a couple of screws here. It's mostly coming out. And then I had to pull off this thing, and there's a screw right there, and then it should be out. Have some sort of battle damage. You're not doing it right? It's actually blacker than I found. Anyways, so kind of forgot where the screws go and everything. Small screws. Big screws go here, big screws. And welcome to the summer. So the car accident was in March, and most of the repairs were done in April, and then I painted the fender in May. And so I have had a couple of months to drive it because it is now the middle of July. And I gotta say, it has been absolutely stellar. A Mazda CX-5, especially ours, is a great car. I've been getting like 28 miles to the gallon on my commute, which is mostly highway. It does have the 2-liter, the small engine that was only offered for the first 2 years in the US. But it's just been a phenomenal car. That car has been in either 3 or 4 accidents between our tenure and the people that had it before us, and it's just been wonderful. However, I think that our tenure with it is coming to an end because I'm getting the call to get a minivan. So that's kind of one of the next projects is, you know, as a car guy, buying your daily driver for your family. Not the one like, you know, this one or this one that you drive for fun, but the one that you actually put your family in. I'm pretty sure that the top contenders right now are between the Honda Odyssey and the Kia Carnival. The Kia Carnival is on the radar because they're coming out with a hybrid drivetrain. Honda Odyssey is at the top because it is honestly fun to drive, which is weird to put fun to drive and a minivan together. So that's kind of what we have going on in the Bad Ideas Garage, is that we're really looking at in the next couple months, getting a next vehicle for the family. I'll be getting the white Mazda GT back, Mazda 3 GT for me. And then I think the Mazda CX-5 actually is going to be going to a new family, so we'll see about that. I also hope to be driving this. This is my C43 AMG Ute. I was going to be doing a motor swap in it. My buddy Andrew Owen, who is the Pacific Northwest expert in E-Class, specifically the E210. And he knows how to do motor swaps from the 4.3 to the 5.5 because this thing is making a little bit of rattling noise from the timing chain. And I think the timing guides are going out, which is a motor out service. I was thinking about doing that, but I will probably put that on the wayside for a little bit. What I really want to do is I want to be driving this more. This is my EJ22 swapped 1981 Subaru. It's my first car. Of course, I'll put links for both of these in the description below. There's some sort of electronic thing that's going on that is putting this into open loop mode. Where it thinks it's kind of like either that or like limp mode, because I'm not getting full power out of it. Of course, I need to probably stick it on a dyno before I, actually make any sort of conclusions about it. It just doesn't really feel as powerful as it did when I first got it. So I've done a couple of things with the intake to make sure that's all good, clean off the MAF, things like that. So we'll be doing this, and then also if you've seen any of the stuff with the Oregon Fire Service Museum, I'm the secretary. We got a bunch of fire truck videos coming up of me hauling them back to the museum. I've been selling those to help us raise money for the Phase 2 building project that we've been doing. So if you made it this far in our video, I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe below. We do make exclusive content on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Would appreciate a follow on all of those. This is Steven from the Bad Ideas Garage, and we'll catch you later.